In today's video, I'm going to go over 5 different kinds of prompts which you can use to make your portrait pictures really pop. I'm going to use Playground AI for today's video, but you can use these prompts in any other tools like Leonardo AI or Midjourney or Blue Willow. Before I get started, I wanted to give a quick shout out to 2 of my subscribers, House to French and Gem Studio, both of whom have given me some really good feedback on my videos. Some of them include that I talk too fast sometimes and I need to improve the quality of my microphone, and that I need to add some pauses before I switch sections. If you want to see this comment, it's on the Playground AI video about the 5 new filters. Another one is by Gem Studio, who recommended that maybe I should remove the intro, and I actually have removed that, and I think that's overall better for my channel. So if you have any other feedback for my channel, or if you have any video ideas, I really appreciate if you add a comment and tell that to me directly, because I'm still learning. I'm a fairly new YouTuber. This is my first YouTube channel, so I'm still learning as I go. I'm really focused on creating good content, learning about AI, and making sure you're up to date in the AI world. But in the world of creating videos, I'm still fairly new. So when I get comments like these from someone who has been a radio DJ for 18 years, I really appreciate it. So thank you so much, both of you. Alright, let's get started. For this video, I'm assuming you already have a Playground account in place. If you don't have one already, make sure to go to this playlist where I explain how to set everything up and go over the basic features of Playground AI. Alright, so what motivated me to make this video? So if you go to the main feed of Playground AI or any of the publicly generated images for the AI art tools, you might see there's a lot of fancy portraits, and some of them have prompts which are quite overwhelming. So this one has like an entire list of prompts which can take an entire page. I want to remove that feeling of fear to get started on creating portraits like these by giving you 5 simple prompts that you can start using now and introducing them slowly into your prompts versus just copying massive prompts like these without understanding what's going on in each of the different sections. I do have an entire series coming up which will be about prompt engineering for art, but before I get that ready, I wanted to give you some simple prompts that you can get started with right away. Alright, so here's the thing. There are quite a few prompt generators already in place where you can just click a button and it's going to generate a prompt for you. And keep doing that and it's going to keep generating new prompts. So the thing with this is you can probably copy paste a prompt like this and come up with a decent quality image, but I think this is like building a product without knowing how to code, which is okay for most cases. But if you want to get very good at creating prompts yourself, I think it's important to start writing prompts yourself and to do that step by step versus copying massive prompts like these and making small edits here and there. For today's video, I'm going to focus just on the face and the torso. There are a few presets in place and let me go over them one by one. The first thing is I'm doing these in a private session, so these are not publicly available. The second one is I'm creating images one at a time. And the third one is I have some exclusions in place. These remove some basic deformations. It's going to try to avoid 2 heads, 2 faces, cropped images, deformations, poorly drawn faces, mutation, floating limbs. The thing is, these don't work 100% of the time, but it's very important to have some decent exclusions in place so that you can focus more on improving your image versus trying to fix mutations. Most of my Leonardo AI videos have used a female alchemist as its main character. For today's video, I'm going to use a mermaid. Before adding anything, let me just say mermaid and click generate. Alright, so this is a picture of a mermaid, which is like a painting. There's nothing wrong with it. This is a mermaid, but it's in a painting form. It's not really in the ocean. This is like a picture in a bathroom maybe. So the first prompt I'm going to use here is highly detailed portrait of a mermaid. So as you see, just adding these 3 words can drastically improve your first generation. It's not even that fancy. Let me try one more attempt. This is just another variation of a highly detailed portrait of a mermaid, but both of these I think look much better than this generation. Alright, let's go to the next prompt. Let me reset this again and just say a mermaid again. This is not a painting this time, but it's definitely not high quality. It's kind of more cartoonish or artistic. Next prompt I'm going to use here is simply perfect face. mermaid with a perfect face. What this is doing here is actually letting the AI focus on the face. So it's going to avoid focusing on the other sections of the image. It's going to look through different images that it has been trained on and try to match a mermaid with that idea of perfect. Cool. Now you see how the image went from this to this just by adding these two words. You can also try some variations of this. I sometimes use beautiful face and click generate. Wow, this is more photorealistic, I think, and both of these are drastically different from this one. It does look like it's underwater, and both of these have this aquamarine eyeshadow, which is more relevant to a mermaid than any other kind of model. All right, let me reset the prompt again to just a mermaid. I do like seeing what a mermaid gives every time, that's why I'm doing this. All right, this is another mermaid, which actually looks, it's like underwater too. So the next one I'm going to use here is with an So this is another variation of the last one, which says perfect face. This is going to make it go more towards a goddess-like or angelic category. Let me click generate. All right, this is another variation of a mermaid. This time I think there's some gemstones or stones from underwater maybe, and the same aquamarine color, but this time in the hair. Let me try one more attempt at that. You see how these images are drastically different from this image or say this image. While there's nothing wrong with these images, these look like they're generated using very complex prompts. But all I did was add two words. Let me reset the prompt again. All right, we have another mermaid. Again, it's a very simple generation. The next addition I'm going to do here is photorealistic portrait of a mermaid. Let me click generate. I don't know if this is completely photorealistic because the eyes don't really look as natural here. I think the fish outside might be real, but I don't know if this picture is completely photorealistic. But I think overall, the quality is definitely much better than this one, I would say. Let me try one more generation. Cool. Now we have another generation of a mermaid. It's bringing back the aquamarine colors like I like. I also like what it did with the hair here because it does look like it has been underwater for quite a long time. I mentioned something about the eyes here. So the last one I'm going to generate has to do with the eyes. Let me reset the prompt again. Alright, another cartoonish version of the mermaid. I actually like these as well. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. I'm just trying to recreate portraits similar to this style without adding too many prompts. I'm going to have future videos where I'm going to explain how to progressively make your prompts more detailed, and they're going to get more complicated, but that's going to come with time. Right now I'm just adding simple prompts which can drastically change the quality of your pictures just from a few words. So the last one I'm going to try here is big reflective eyes. Wow, that is stunning. You see what's happening here is my generic generations usually has full body images of the mermaid, but as soon as I'm adding the prompts that I'm showing you in this video, the AI is focusing quite a bit on the face and in the neck area. When that happens and when you remove all possible deformations like this, the quality of images goes up quite a bit. I'm going to do a last generation with the big reflective eyes. I think it really likes focusing on just one eye and getting very close up. But I do think these images came out really nice. What I'm going to do as a bonus is I'm going to combine a couple of these prompts to see how the results are. Feel free to try out different prompts together. I just wanted to show them separately to show how the results vary. Highly detailed portrait of a mermaid with big reflective eyes. Wow, that came out really cool. It still has those red colors like Ariel from The Little Mermaid, and it has big reflective eyes. And I like how it included this aquamarine mask on top of the face. Now I'm going to add one more of the prompts I used today. It's a highly detailed portrait of a mermaid with a perfect face and big reflective eyes. Wow, that is getting better and better every generation, and I think I'm having a bit too much fun with this, so I'm going to end this video right here. I hope you got some value from this video, and if you did like it, make sure to click the like button. If you want to see more videos on Playground AI, please check the playlist linked in the description below. Additionally, please add a comment if you liked the pacing for this video. If you prefer it faster, please mention that as well. I had a great time creating this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.